Hello. How's the volume? Please let me know if you can hear me. Well, it's not the day that we had planned. Please let me know if you can hear me. Great, thanks a lot. So, definitely not the day that it was an hour ago. But thank you so much for joining me, friends, viewers, and replay viewers. Well, it was until about an hour ago. But as soon as I got in the car to drive here, the heavens opened up. But I'm kind of dressed like that. Plus I have an umbrella and I have my mitts. So I'm good. So hello Chris. Hello Chris. Hello Mama P. Hello Twin Mom. Well, where I am should be in the title, but I'm not going to show you quite yet because I would like it to be a surprise. So this is the skyline. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining everybody. Happy New Year almost. Happy New Year's Eve day. Okay, so this is Big in Chicago, aka Berlin. Thank you so much for joining. So here we are in rainy Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. And right now we're looking at the skyline. Hello, Hallie Poo, Rita. Hello, Perry Rowley. You're from Niagara Falls, New York. Well, you're behind me, which I'm going to turn around in a couple of minutes. So looking at the skyline, we've got hotel, casino, hotel, casino. Welcome to your first day on Periscope, Mirror Henton. So, I apologize, but, you know, we cannot do anything with Mother Nature. She tells us what to do. So I'm here, and I'm going to do my best to show you around. Oh, right. Oh, I dropped something. So sorry. Thank you so much, sir.
There you go.
Thanks a lot. Oh, I dropped my little bag. Anyhow, that is the Minolta Tower. It's a hotel. It used to be the highest. Yes, it is. Welcome, 1903 Sinolvik. Yes, the horticulture school is still here. Minolta Tower. And that is the Skyline Tower, which has a revolving restaurant and quite a nice view on a nice day. This is the public transportation hub and the area known as Table Rock. Oh, and over there, you see those tracks going up the side of that hill? That is the funicular, which is a railway car that can take you up and down the hill. And it was used quite extensively in the early days because people didn't want to walk up and down the hill, and so the funicular took them back up and down. That was in the 1800s. I was going to ride the funicular, but I'm parking down here, so I didn't really need to ride it. Yes, thank you, Donna, for putting us all together. So, looking this way, we're looking at in a moment, we will be looking at the Niagara River. The Niagara River isn't really a river. It's a strait. A strait that runs between two lakes. It's connects Lake Ontario, Lake Erie in the south with Lake Ontario ever so slightly to the north, and Niagara falls in about the middle of the strait, or river as it's called now. Thank you, I'm here for you anyhow, even if the weather is a four-letter word that I don't want to say. Crap. So let me show you the Niagara River. Let me see, I've got to find an open spot to show you the river. Yes, I know last year it was frozen. This year we have no snow. So what a difference a year makes, right? In more ways than one. So I want to tell you a few things about Niagara Falls, but I have to rearrange my hands here, so give me a second. There's no rusty barge here. The rusty barge is out my way in Lake Ontario now. Okay, I gotta put my mitt on. Hold on, sorry, don't want to make you sick. And I suppose I better turn you to landscape right now before somebody starts complaining. So let me do that. Here we go, landscape. I hope. Did we flip? Chrissy, thanks for joining. Did we flip? Thumbs up for the flip, please, from somebody. Okay, you just want to complain. What are you complaining about? I missed it. Okay, good. Thank you. Flipped, yes. Okay. So, Niagara Falls is actually 3 separate waterfalls that straddle between Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, and Niagara Falls, New York. Distance from the falls right now, about 50 feet. And it's made up of 3 falls. The one that I'm going to show you first is the Canadian or Horseshoe Falls. And then there's a small falls called Bridal Veil Falls, and then the larger than the Bridal Veil Falls, the American Falls. And the falls flow from the river into Lake Ontario. Okay, so the other thing I want to tell you is that a French priest is believed to have been the first European to discover Niagara Falls and to draw a picture of them. And now my plastic bag that I'm reading my info from is all wet. The wind is picking up. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna walk on. So he first discovered it back in 1697. We're not there yet, so I'm not going to show you until we get there. So, the Canadian Horseshoe Falls are the biggest and the prettiest, if I do say so myself. Bye, Rita. See you. Thanks for joining. Happy New Year. Joey, thanks for joining. Yuka, thanks for joining. Chris, thanks for joining. Chris Rossetti, that is. Driving, okay. Tiffany, thanks for joining. So the Canadian Horseshoe Falls are the prettiest, and I'm sure that you are going to agree with me momentarily. If you haven't, hi from Maryland. If you haven't seen the falls before, I That's true. I sincerely apologize for the weather, but there isn't a lot we can do. This is Table Rock House, and it houses restaurants, a couple of little gift shops, restrooms, etc. No problem. I may not take my full hour. We'll see. Thank you. Happy New Year. My screen's a little bit wet, so I might not be able to see exactly. Okay, so we're coming to my favorite place at the falls, which is right on the edge where the falls. And this is where, this is where if you wanted to make sure that you ended it forever, you'd have to jump. Oh, anything Canadian. Anything that has a Canadian flag or the maple leaf on it. Okay, you ready? Let me find a good spot. I'll just nudge my way in here. Here we go. Jake, thanks for joining. We're going over. Hold on, hold on, hold on. We're going over. Sorry, stepped on something. Okay, so this is really bad. This is a combination of mist and rain. The American side of the Horseshoe Falls. Very, very wet. The horseshoe goes like that, there it is. That in the center is just mist. And then comes around like this. And now the wind is starting to pick up. Hi Mark, Happy New Year. Hi Twitter. Thanks for joining, everybody. Okay, so I was going to tell you some other things about Niagara Falls, but you know what? It's so wet, I can't really get at my, oh, I'm in somebody's picture here. How's your side of the camera? Because my side is completely fogged up and misty. Are you seeing anything at all? Okay, we're gonna walk down. Okay, we're gonna walk down to the, thank you Tina, Happy New Year to you too. Look, there's still people here trying to enjoy themselves. Okay, so let's take another look. Oh my, we can't really see anything. It's too bad the lights aren't on yet. Yes, I do. I do have the poncho on. Mama P, thanks for joining. The Bears. Somebody thinks they're going to be in the Super Bowl? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's walk on because we're clearly not seeing anything. We're going to walk down towards the American Falls now. So tonight in Niagara Falls, obviously, is a very big tourist night with, yes, live performers. I just forget who. Yes, it's raining. And, you know, they have to be aware of electricity issues. So whether it'll go ahead or not, I don't really know. We'll have to see. So let me extend my best wishes to everyone for a Happy New Year, for another great year of scoping, for meeting your hairy family in meetups if you can. For taking time out to smell the roses. Looking down into the gorge. Take us on the Maid of the Mist. It's closed for the winter. But it would be boarding just beyond the American Falls on the other side of the bridge. And it would come up here into the bowl, and then it would turn around and go back. So you can sort of see both ends of the horseshoe, kind of, sort of. Let's keep walking. So I'll tell you some of the other attractions at Niagara Falls. Oh, there's a sky wheel. There's a zip line. I hope so too, Chris. There's Bird Kingdom. There's the Butterfly Conservatory. There's the Botanical Gardens. I think you mean the funicular. Yes, it's open. There is Tussaud Wax Museum, Ripley's, believe it or not. Lots of restaurants. The zip line. Yeah. You can't see the zip line. Well, you can't really see that line going down the hill right in the middle of the screen, ending at a white building. I think that's the zip line. Yes, the floral clock, Marineland. I don't know if it is or not. The weather is so bad, and it's supposed to rain all night. Hello, Ward. Thanks for joining. Welcome to Niagara Falls. We're walking on down to the American Falls. Let's stop and take a look again. Okay, now you can see both sides, but you cannot see the middle because it's too misty. That is just mist. That is not rain. Because if you look over here, it's perfectly fine, and that's rain. So when you look over there, that's mist. Yes, if somebody could stop the rain, that would be great. Greetings to you in San Francisco. Happy New Year. Let's keep walking. I don't know if 40,000 people will come in this weather. It seems like it's raining everywhere. But it could be snow. Hello, Australia. Thank you for joining. You're in Canada right now, though. And you're looking down at the Niagara River Gorge with the Canadian Horseshoe Falls. So I was going to tell you all kinds of information about how much water flows over Niagara Falls, but suffice to say that an average household would take 8 years to use what goes over in 1 second. Pete, thanks for joining. Awesome. So glad you're here. You were just here today. Oh, it wasn't raining when you were here then. Thank you very much, Canadian cousins. Exactly. There's a nice view of one end of the falls. So in the summertime, the Maid of the Mist on the American side over there, and the Hornblower on the Canadian side over here, fly up and down the River Gorge, taking tourists in blue ponchos in Canada and red ponchos in the United States, go figure, up the gorge, into the bowl. They get all wet, and they turn around and come back. Thanks, Sandy. Appreciate you joining. And then they go back. There's a lovely drive all along the falls. The drive goes from a town called Niagara on the lake in the, would you call that south or west? Whatever, one of those directions. And it comes all the way here to Niagara Falls, goes beyond the falls, and loops around to the highway. This is a little plaque about Table Rock. Table Rock was a rock that hung out over the falls, and it fell off in pieces, and that was why they had to build the building. Oh, the other thing I wanted to tell you is that the first person to attempt to walk on a tightrope over Niagara Falls did not do it here. It was done downstream at the narrowest spot, which is called the Whirlpool, and that was in about 1859. The most recent person to do it in 2012 was Nick Melinda, and his wire was actually strung, but a big puddle in front of me. I'm trying to figure out how I can get closer. I'll go on this side. His wire was actually strung from that outcropping over there, just to the left of the mist, to this outcropping down here. And they raised him up onto his wire in, you know, those industrial lift thingies. So they were planted on these two spots, and so that is the distance that he actually walked on his wire. He did not walk from here where I'm standing to over there where people would see him. So let's take a look at Table Rock. It's a shell. I guess that might be what's left of it. Excuse me. First time for you? Oh, it's clearing up a bit. Yay. First time seeing the falls for a lot of you. Glad I could show it to you on this very New Year's Eve. For more great scopes, follow at Harry Rally and hashtag HarryNYE. Let's keep walking. So it's pretty dull. Thank you, Jake, for joining. It's pretty dull in Canada at this time of year. It's not, you know, if it was snowy, it'd be a lot better, but it's not. Oh, there's a, I can't zoom because I've got my umbrella in my other hand, but that is a monument to Nikola Tesla, because of course Niagara Falls produces a huge amount of hydroelectricity. So 50 to 75% of the water is diverted upriver to tunnels and channels that they have for siphoning off the water to produce hydroelectricity. Except in the summertime, they don't do that big a percentage because they want the falls to be flowing for the tourists. So right now you're seeing 50% of the flow. Sorry, capital letters. I guess I missed it before. Yes, it's about 36 Fahrenheit or, I don't know, 4 degrees Celsius. Good question. The falls, the Horseshoe Falls, the Canadian Falls have only ever frozen one time. The American Falls have frozen 6 times. So if we were having a normal winter, there would be ice buildup all along the shore of the falls and the sides of the falls. But since it's been so mild, there really isn't much buildup at all. I hope I'm live. Hello, hello. Okay, we're almost getting to the Niagara Falls. So that little falls to the right of the big falls is called Bridal Veil Falls, and the large area is the American Falls with good old Seneca Casino behind it. I'm stepping in so many puddles. I got my boots on though. It's raining everywhere. Okay, we're almost at the lookout point for the American Falls. Sorry about that. Oh, another puddle. So I don't have any plans special for this evening. I'm just gonna finish this up for you, and then I'm gonna go home. I haven't even thought of what to have for dinner tonight. See, raining everywhere. That is called the Victoria Cafe, named after, of course, Queen Victoria. And that's the Skyline Tower behind it, up on the hill. You can have a bite to eat there, drinks, shops, pretty Christmas tree. And down there where those lights are in the trees is where the stage is set up for this evening's entertainment. Okay, almost there.
Jax! Hey, Jax!
Hello, Cindy. Hello, Claudette. The stage is ready. Yes, it is. Okay, so Bridal Veil Falls is the small one on the right, and the American Falls are the rest to the left of it. Romantic weather. Yeah. Happy New Year, Cindy. Happy New Year, Claudette. So if any of my favorite Periscope DJs are making music tonight, I guess that's what I'll do, is watch them until the ball drops. I'm not staying in a hotel. I live about a half an hour's drive from here. That is the Peace Bridge. Hi Richie, Happy New Year. I mean, that's the Rainbow Bridge, pardon me. The Peace Bridge is in Buffalo. I have a car with 4 wheels, and it gets me here and takes me back again. You were born in the Falls. Oh, here's another interesting fact. Speaking of being born, well, not exactly. Happy New Year, Jeff. Thanks for joining. Okay, so here's another interesting fact. Fish from the river actually fall over the falls. And sometimes they hit tourists. I forgot to show you the spot, but there's an attraction under the falls called Cave of the Wind, called Journey Behind the Falls. And sometimes people get hit by fish. But anyway, most of the fish live going over the falls because there's an air cushion, and so they survive. I thought that was an interesting fact. So this is an island, Goat Island, and the Niagara River goes on either side of Goat Island, and that's why there are 2 sets of falls. Lots of people fall over the falls. Some do it on purpose. If you survive, you get to pay a $10,000 fine for doing so, because it is illegal to fall over the falls. The light display would be a lot more spectacular if we had some snow instead of just icky brown grass. So yeah, 10 grand if you survive. The first person to go over the falls was in 1901. She was a 63-year-old teacher in a custom barrel. Oh, you're welcome. So, I don't know, it might have stopped raining. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to try changing hands momentarily to see what it's doing over there. Not that I don't have any haunted story, information. Let me see what else I wanted to tell you. Niagara Falls is the largest waterfall in North America in terms of volume and width, but there are 500 or more that are higher. And the falls erodes 1 foot about every 10 years. And so someday that'll all be gone, and it'll be just a bump in the road or a bump in the river between Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, rather than being did I tell you how high Niagara Falls was? No, I didn't. No, we won't be here. That's not going to be for about another 10,000 years. So we don't have to worry about that. Okay, sorry, made my hand for a moment. Oops. Here is how high Niagara Falls is. Huh. I should have it here somewhere. Yeah, exactly. 100 and something feet, I think. Oh, there we go. 188 feet or 57 meters. And the American Falls is 90 feet or 37 meters. And Bridal Veil Falls is the same drop as the American Falls, obviously. You're welcome, Chris. I hope you see it in person very soon. Oh, I didn't tell you that the name Niagara Falls means, it's an Iroquois word meaning thundering noise. And that's pretty good. That might be about as good as we're going to get. And Niagara Falls continues to be one of the honeymoon capitals of the world. And the reason for that is thought to be that the falls creates the largest source of negative ions. And so those ions make you feel happy and content and give you a feeling of well-being. And so maybe that's the reason that honeymooners and 30 million visitors visit Niagara Falls every year. So, the other thing I have to tell you is travel in Canada. Our dollar is its lowest in 18 months at a whopping 73.5 cents US. So, the time is right for you American folks to get on up here and have a wonderful vacation. We'll walk a little bit farther down to the American Falls and then we'll walk back. Oh, you can see the sky wheel now in the distance, and some of the lights are starting to come on. Now, sometimes the falls are only lit one color, and sometimes they're multiple colors or changing colors. So I don't know if we're going to see that or not. Those bright lights on the left are pointing at the stage for the performers. Danger, stranger. I think it might have stopped raining. No, it hasn't. You need, if you're a border state with Canada, you can probably get an enhanced driver's license, but otherwise you need a passport. You don't need it to get in. You need a passport to get back into your own country, more than you need it to enter another country. That tower in the distance that is lit up, that is the old casino called Niagara Casino. And that is the new casino called Falls View Casino and Entertainment Complex. Yes, it is. More about getting home. Show you the stage. Well, I'll try. I'm not going to walk down that far. See those bright lights? The square with the bright lights? That's the stage. They're testing the lighting right now. That's the rear of it though. The space where people are going to stand is where the white and the green tree lights are. I've been on the Maid of the Mist, or in Canada now we call it the horn blower, but not today. It's put away for the winter. Happy New Year, Louise. Thank you so much for joining. So, what time is it getting to be? Am I wearing out my welcome? No. It's only, I don't know, is it even 5 p.m. yet? We're still 7 hours away from 2019. 4:38. Okay, well, let's walk back towards the main attraction, the Canadian Horseshoe Falls, and see if we can see them any better. Because it does feel to me like the weather has cleared up somewhat, but I still need my umbrella. This is the transportation that will take you all around the falls area for a flat fee. I've parked for free at the end of one of the lines and paid $7 to ride the WeGo system. Whereas today it has cost me $20 to park. There is no free parking in Niagara Falls. That was a big puddle. Thanks for retweeting and sharing, Louise. Thanks for inviting, Patty. Oh, those, do you see those sort of X shapes, white X shapes beside that building? Those are the lights pointing towards the falls. And right now they are red and green as far as I can see. And I can see that the falls are a little bit, they might be white as well, but the falls are somewhat lit up by those lights. In fact, I can see with my naked eye the red and the green. So it looks like red, white, and green. Oh, good. Thanks for joining, Joanne. And any of the other Perry girls that might be in here. Please come again. Canada is a great place to visit, especially now with our poor dollar. I know Joanne was up in Vancouver a couple of months ago, spending all her American money. Can you see the lights shining on the far side there? Thank you, Martin. Happy New Year to you. Yes, you will, Louise. Please do, Joanne. Bye for now, Louise. Happy 2019. Thank you very much, Arata Man. You can see the mist floating across the road in the beam of light. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Nell. So, since all of those hotels that I first pointed out when I started the scope were built up there on the hill, they block the prevailing wind, and so everybody gets soaked at Niagara Falls almost all of the time. Thank you, Tudor. You've shown us some amazing things as well. Thanks, Chris. Hope to see it with you in the spring. Hola. Thank you, Linda. Looking down at the gorge. Well, it's not very loud. It's kind of muffled because of the low ceiling. But when you're standing right beside it, where I was originally, which is where I'm heading back to right now, it is loud. It is, but it would be so much nicer to have a sunny day, wouldn't it? More Christmas lights there. So if you drive on down the parkway this way, this is where the lighted display is. You know, wire lit figures and scenes. I think you can hear the falls now. Hello, Jake. Thanks for joining. Dale, thanks for joining again. I hope my connection is still okay. Well, that is pretty, if I do say so myself. That is a pretty awesome view for such a crappy day. I would zoom in, but I don't have another hand, and I don't really think I need to. It is. It's you know, it's nature. The falls are lit right now. You can sort of see the light over there. The lights are red, white, and green. But you won't be able to really see the lights until it's completely dark. Well, it wasn't a total bust. I'm glad that the mist has kind of settled down, or else it's not raining as hard as it was. Let's look back towards the American Falls for people who just joined. The little falls on the right, Bridal Veil Falls, and to the left, the larger American Falls, with Goat Island in the middle, which the Niagara River, which is not really a river, but a strait, runs around, or flows beside, or around Goat Island. Hello, Lucy. You never saw it at night. Well, it's getting dark. The weather is raining, and a very low ceiling because of the weather, and but it's not too cold. It's about 36 Fahrenheit, I don't know, 6 Celsius, 4 Celsius. Thank you for joining. Okay, you're starting off 2019 the right way. Yes, they're starting to make a difference. You can see in the mist. that they're lit. So let me just say one more time to all my Perry family, thank you so much for joining me. Bugsy, thanks for joining. Thank you so much for joining me here at Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, in beautiful Niagara region, with Niagara Falls, New York, our friendly neighbors in New York State, just over the way. And I hope you all have a wonderful 2019, that it treats you well, and that you have continued health and happiness. Happy New Year to you too. Thank you. Okay, so if you guys ready, I can sign off anytime. So I don't know if she's in here or if she's waiting for me to stop chattering. Thank you, Chrissy. See you soon. Okay, guys, from Niagara Falls and me, Happy New Year, Happy 2019. That's when I'll see you next. Bye for now.